speaking. How about that?
Oh, good.
You gotta punish
I mean,
him.
we ain't tolerating, brother. Please, man.
See, look at this. He's giving me 2 hours. Actually, I already have 2 hours of speaking. That's way too much. Way too much. I will get bored of myself, right? So I'm gonna tell you a little story, and then I have 3 points, right? So first, some history, right? So it was about, I want to say it was either February or March of 2010, and one of my friends was like, "Hey, did you know that there was a center in Missouri, a rehab center?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, there's a center there." And I was like, it's interesting. Let me go check it out. So a couple of months later, I had an opportunity, and I went with some friends, and he just randomly showed up. And he came here, and we spent Saturday and Sunday here. We were working here, working on a women's center, on a women's dorm. Women's dorm was still unfinished, it was like halfway done. And so we helped out do the roof. So we were carrying shingles on top of the roof and doing shingling. Very interesting, but it was a good time, and we got to meet some people. We met the workers. Most of them are no longer here, but and the people who were here no longer here as well. This is many years ago, but I was thinking about it, and I realized something. It's better to invest into people than invest into stocks or silver or Bitcoin or whatever you're investing in right now, right? It's so much better because people, it's something that will remain forever, right? All of your stocks, Bitcoin, silver, it will go away and disappear. But people, they live forever. We are eternal. And so your investment into a person, your investment into somebody who's living will remain forever. So it's quite a good investment. Find somebody who you can lift up and invest into them. And if you do that, you will not regret it, because in the future, that investment will pay off, and will pay off very handsomely, right? That's one thing. Second thing, I want to encourage the workers. And so, first of all, I realized that work here is not always grateful. People are not thankful to Alex. Like Alex is making you do stuff. Like, what is it, 12 hours a day? Yeah, work? 25 hours a day. Okay, 25 hours a day of working. I don't know how you manage to do that, but yeah, whatever. So people who are here, they are not always grateful for that, right? So they are not happy. They might complain about everything. It's difficult. We don't get enough sleep. We have too much work. You make us do all these things that we really don't want to do. You make us go to church, and we really don't want to go to church. It's like that. I mean, that's the reality in which the workers live in. And so, in a lot of times, the work doesn't get noticed. It's really not. Because nobody really cares, like people go on a big crusade somewhere, and there's thousands of people, and they post pictures on Facebook and on Instagram and somewhere else, and they're like, look how many people came to Christ because I was preaching in Africa somewhere. This is not like that. This is a very low-key work, somewhere hidden. You have to go. Say, hey, Rezo has to come and sell meat to raise finances and things like that. You have to ask people for money and stuff. It's difficult. It's very underappreciated. And so, for you guys, for workers, in the difficult times, remember that there's going to be a reward in the end. Always will be. God is honest. He sees your work. He sees your efforts. He sees the hours that you put into this place. He knows that. He counts every single second. And He will reward you in the end. He will. That's 100% guaranteed. And the day is coming. And it might be much sooner than we think or imagine. And another thing, imagine yourself in heaven in 1,000 years. And as you're walking amongst the beautiful buildings and the beautiful city of gold and city of God, suddenly a person that you remember from rehab comes up and they're like, hey, I remember you. You were in the rehab and you were the worker who made me do stuff. But I'm here in heaven because of you. This is the only reason why I'm here. That's going to be a great reward. Much greater than you can imagine. Because you're going to have a grateful person for the work that you've done forever. That person is going to be grateful for the entire eternity. And possibly whenever you meet them, they will be like, hey, I'm so thankful that I'm here because of you and the work that you put in. I think that's a great reward, besides the reward that God will give you. And the third point, I want to encourage you if you're going through the program, right? It's difficult. It's difficult. As Volodya said, это как zona. This is like prison. That's what he said when he heard the whole program explained by Irina. And Irina said, it is worse than prison. Это хуже, чем zona. That's what she said. And I was like, oh boy. She didn't really sell the program well. Because it's like, hey, it's worse than prison. But set yourself a goal. Set yourself a goal. I'm going to finish the program. This is my goal. And this is the goal of my life right now for those 12 or 18 months, wherever you stay here for, right? And I'm going to do whatever it takes to finish the program, right? If it's gonna take me waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning and going to bed at 2 a.m. in the morning, working throughout the day to complete projects that Alex makes you do it. You know, if you mess up and you get 2 hours punishment, do it. You know, if you really want to run away and you're tempted to run away because you've been here for 6 months and you decide that you're okay and everything's good, now you feel great. No, say, I'm staying for the 12 months or 18 months, whatever I decided, and this is going to be my goal, right? Failure is not an option. To this day, I remember the phone call I took from New York, right? And it was the crying parents of a certain person that we were searching for in Chicago. He ran away from center, one center, second center, third center. He just kept running away. He was either 23 or 24 years old at that time. And they said, they found our son. But he was dead on the street. Heroin. He bled to death on the street from taking heroin. You know? And then somebody sent me some pictures from his funeral. And I looked at that and I was like, you're so young, you have so much to live for. And you die on a nasty street in Chicago, around Chicago somewhere. You know? Failure is not an option. It could cost you your life. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, it could cost you your life. It's real. So, whenever a difficult time comes and you really want to run and you're really tired, remember your goal and say, hey, I set this goal and I'm gonna reach it no matter what it takes. Remember your goal. And if you go towards your goal and if you're gonna work on reaching your goal, you will reach it. Time flies. You're not gonna be stuck here forever unless you become a worker. So Alex always looking for new workers, right? Yes, so if you decide to volunteer and stay in the center, great. But time will come and you will reach your goal. You know, to me it feels like this year just started. It's already the 6th month. So fast. So fast. So there you go, that's my spiel. That's my message to you guys. I hope God blesses you, everybody, workers, people who go into the program, because I know you need His blessing to complete completed. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.